Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. The NFL offseason is heating up, and the latest rumors swirling around the league could have some serious implications for the Green Bay Packers. One of the most intriguing and potentially game-changing whispers involves the Kansas City Chiefs and their star defensive tackle, Chris Jones. The word is that the Chiefs, currently sitting at an impressive 11-3 and fighting to stay atop the AFC, might be willing to part ways with Jones, who's been a cornerstone of their defense for years. The Chiefs are reportedly considering trading Jones in exchange for 2 second-round picks, a move that's sparking a lot of buzz among analysts and fans alike. Now, why would Kansas City do that? Well, with a tight salary cap situation, only about $20 million left for 2026, according to Spotrac. They're looking to free up some cap space to address other needs, notably their wide receiver core, which remains a priority as they push for a third consecutive Super Bowl appearance. Trading away a player like Jones might seem risky, but it could be a strategic move to bolster their offense and keep their window open. But for the Green Bay Packers, this potential trade could be nothing short of seismic. Imagine the Packers acquiring Chris Jones, a player who's been a dominant force on the interior defensive line. Standing at 6'6" and weighing around 310 pounds, Jones has been a wrecking ball in the league, especially in 2025 when he tallied 13 sacks, 30 quarterback hits, and 10 tackles for loss. His PFF grade of 91. 8 underscores just how impactful he's been, and his run defense rating of 89. 4 shows he's not just a pass rusher, he's a comprehensive force against the run as well. His EPA per stop of plus 0.26 and pressure rate of 20% on NFL.com further highlight his ability to disrupt defenses consistently. For the Packers, adding a player like Jones would be a game-changer. After all, Green Bay has been looking to reinforce their defensive line, especially after losing players like Rashan Gary to injury. Jones could be the piece that transforms their front seven into an absolute nightmare for any quarterback facing Lambeau Field. His presence would elevate the entire defense, allowing the Packers to shift their focus from just containing opposing offenses to dominating them. If you look at his career stats, Jones already has over 85 sacks, multiple Pro Bowls, and a reputation as one of the league's most relentless interior pass rushers. And let's not forget, Jones is no stranger to adversity. He missed a couple of games due to a back injury, but even with that, he maintained an impressive average of nearly 1 sack per game, and his bull rush win rate of 45% shows how effective he is in one-on-one matchups. The comparison to Aaron Donald isn't just hype. Jones plays with that same explosive interior presence that can collapse pockets and force hurried throws. The Packers, with their current defensive roster, could really leverage Jones's talent to solidify their front and create more turnovers, especially with the injuries they've faced this season. Switching gears a bit, let's talk about what this move could mean for the NFC North and the broader playoff picture. The Packers have been building steadily under head coach Matt LaFleur, and quarterback Jordan Love has shown flashes of becoming a franchise QB. If they manage to add Jones to their defense, their chances of making a deep playoff run skyrocket. Their defense has been solid but inconsistent, and a player of Jones's caliber could be the difference between a good team and a championship contender. Looking at the current standings, Green Bay sits at 9-3-1, and their schedule ahead is manageable. The addition of a disruptive force like Jones could allow them to tighten up against the run and put more pressure on opposing quarterbacks, giving the offense more opportunities to score. With Jones's ability to generate pressures, at a rate higher than Kenny Clark, who's been a staple on their line, Green Bay could project an additional 9 or 10 sacks for him, which would dramatically influence game outcomes. His presence would also help contain the run game of division rivals like Minnesota Vikings, especially considering their current struggles at the linebacker position and secondary. And speaking of the Vikings, the Packers now have an opportunity to establish a trench warfare advantage that could make them true bullies in the NFC North. With Jones in the middle, they can dominate the line of scrimmage, forcing turnovers and limiting the opponent's offensive production. This kind of dominance could be the catalyst for a playoff push that sees Green Bay not just competing, but making a serious run for the Super Bowl. The odds are already shifting, with some betting markets raising the Packers' chances from plus 500 to plus 230, reflecting growing confidence in their potential to be serious contenders. Of course, acquiring Chris Jones wouldn't be a risk-free move. The Chiefs are a formidable team, and losing a player of his caliber could hurt their defense, especially given their already strong unit that allows just 16 points per game. Yet the Chiefs are known for their strategic moves, and if they believe that trading Jones for draft capital accelerates their rebuild or helps them retool for future seasons, it could be a win-win. The Packers, on the other hand, would have to evaluate whether they can fit Jones into their cap structure and roster without sacrificing other key pieces. But from a talent perspective, this would be an absolute home run. The impact of such a trade would ripple through the league, and the narrative around the NFC North and the NFC as a whole would change dramatically. The Packers would instantly become one of the most feared defenses in the entire league, with a front four that can consistently pressure the quarterback, stop the run, and create chaos. That kind of defensive dominance would take some of the pressure off Jordan Love and the offense, which has been developing nicely but still needs that extra spark to close out tight games. Now, looking ahead, if the Packers manage to pull off this move, they're not just strengthening their defense, they're sending a message. They're saying they're all in, that they're aiming for the highest heights, and that they're willing to make bold moves to get there. It's reminiscent of the teams that have built dynasties by investing heavily in their trenches, and Green Bay has the history, the culture, and the fan base to back it up. This could be the start of a new chapter, one where Lambeau Field becomes even more intimidating for visiting teams, and where the Packers re-establish themselves as a perennial Super Bowl contender. And let's not forget the potential ripple effects. If Jones arrives in Green Bay, it might also influence other teams in the league to reevaluate their defensive strategies. A dominant interior defender changes everything. It's about more than just sacks. It's about disrupting the entire offensive rhythm, forcing quarterbacks into hurried throws and creating turnovers. Plus, with the Packers already boasting a solid secondary and linebackers who are starting to step up, adding Jones could bring everything together in a perfect storm of defensive excellence. Of course, all of this is speculation for now, but it's grounded in the reality of what Chris Jones has proven he can do on the field. His ability to dominate from the inside, combined with the Packers' need for interior pass rushers and run-stopping prowess, makes this a fascinating scenario to watch unfold. If Green Bay pulls the trigger, it would send shockwaves through the league, and fans should get ready for a new level of intensity at Lambeau. The vision of Jones in green and gold, wreaking havoc in the NFC North, is one that could become a reality if the stars align. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you believe the Packers should go all in and try to bring Chris Jones to Lambeau? How much do you think he could change the complexion of the team and the division? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.